Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Yes, indeed, it is Monday. Mama Hommikust huddled over the torn and broken form of her child, Bettanira, holding him in her arms and caressing his unmoving face with long, white fingers, thick tears running down her cheeks. "Oh, my baby," she whispered, the cold rain falling from the infinite sky. "My poor baby." She wrapped him in her cloak and carried him off into the city, leaving little Gutsy Ray alone in the darkness. I imagine it is dark outside, though getting lighter. It seems darker than it is, of course, because my overhead light is on, and it's like the equivalent of a 100-watt bulb, though it's an LED, so it uses far less. But still, thumbs up for that. Brightness. Light is good. We use it to see. That's a good thing. Also, just to talk about hamsters, I don't know how I segued into that quickly, but little Gojira, again, I've mentioned how she's very silly. This morning when I came in, her nest in her home down here next to me was in the corner right next to me. Just in this back area, I just had to lean over, reach down there. She was. Periodically, she'll just get a wild hair going and change her mind on stuff. She did. While I was getting awake, she was wandering around and doing hamster stuff. And then she started attacking her mason jar. Literally attacking it. And then she kicked everything out, and now she's moved her little nest into the mason jar. So she's back into the mason jar. Thumbs up for that. It makes it harder to get hold of her, but then all I have to do is make noise outside and then hope that she comes out to investigate. But she's sleeping, and little Dust Mop is sleeping. Little Saber and Thigmo and Dr. Snurf against the wall, they're all just sleeping right now because they're hamsters. And I have to adjust my back pillow. Holy smokes. Oh, and my shirt too, so that it hangs symmetrically. Sometimes I can fit it so that it works properly, and there's other times where I have to put it upside down. And that's the only way that it works and helps. And I think that's all I have to do right now. Back is just hurting bad. Thumbs up for that. As a quick aside, I'm not quite sure why I thought of this, but this morning I thought of this about how life is an amazing little series of just little things that make big changes. Like this one person was talking about how his professor had said that when they were younger, they did this thing. And then he checked it, and yeah, it was true. This really happened to his professor. Back in like the 1930s or some such, his professor, when young, and a bunch of his friends went world traveling, and they ended up in Greece. And one of the things they were doing is every night, to make their money to live for the next day, is they would wear very skimpy bathing suits, and they acted like clownish muscle men out on the beach, and they did silly gymnastics and all this. And one night while they were doing this smaller bunch of Greek guys came up, liked what they were doing so much, befriended them. They went out after they said, well, if you're going to befriend us, you need to put on your skimpy bathing suits too and join us. And so they did. And so everyone was out on the beach wearing very, very little, being very, very silly. And then they went out drinking, and the guys that came by were so enamored by them that they actually had them move in with them. And they lived with these guys for months. Until their time came up, they had to move back to the United States, and then things went on. His professor later on got a letter from the police in Greece because those people that befriended them and had them move in with them, they were a gang of serial killers. What they would do was every night or so, not every night, but they had been terrorizing the area because they would find tourists and then kill them and rob them. And they were going to kill and rob the professor and his gang of friends. That's why they were being befriended. That's why they had been taken out drinking. But they had so much fun with these American lunatics that they actually did befriend them. And while they were moved in, they were still going out and killing and robbing tourists. They got the letter from the police after they had been caught. So it's like, life is so random. Thumbs up for that. I mean, thumbs up that they survive, not thumbs up that it's, you can go somewhere and be murdered. And I mean, that happens, but still, life is life. I would have changed this, but my kitty cat does not like it when I wander around where she is, because this is a relatively small room. It's a bedroom. I have a bedroom over there where I sleep, and I've got my storage stuff for my wife's stuff that I still have to go through and get rid of, the stuff that I don't need and just want to sell. And then there's this room. If I put a bed in here where this computer area was, there'd be like 1.5 meters and 1.5 meters of space. It's a bedroom, it's tiny. And she doesn't like it when I wander around when she's like slobbed out, literally on the floor. Right now, she is just sprawled out on the floor in front of her food dish because she wants me to feed her more. And she gets irritated when I walk around because, well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It's a small area and feet big. I move around in the area where she is, and she's, small. So when she's laying down and I go wandering around with feet, yeah, it's disturbing because she doesn't want to get stepped on. So because she's laying down and I didn't want to disturb her, and here's how you can tell when you're a cat person, you don't do things because you don't want to disturb the cat. The cat's on your lap, but you really have to go and urinate. Well, you gotta wait until the cat gets up on its own. If you're lying in bed and the cat's sleeping, well, you've either got to be able to scoot yourself out awkwardly to get out around the cat, or just wait until the cat decides to wake up and move. That's how you tell you're a cat person, and I'm the cat person. So, thumbs up. I mean, it's been that way my whole life. I like dogs, but I like dogs in that I like all animals. They're dogs. So that's a thumbs up. And I've had dogs in the past, and when my wife was alive, when she, after heart surgery, she got a dog, and then we got another dog. So we had 2 dogs. They were Papillons. They're small dogs. But our smaller dogs, I mean, some of them, Papillons, can be like this big. But our main dog, Romeo, he was big. And then the second one we got in was about the same size. So they run the gamut, but they're good dogs. I mean, they're not like Labradors, German Shepherds, or Golden Retrievers or anything like that. They're small dogs, but they're not toy dogs. They're not the kind of dog that likes to sit on your lap. They're the kind of dog that likes to sit across the room from you and watch you. They don't want to be on your lap and that way. They're quite happy just being across the room and looking at you as long as they can see you. And they're actually are hunting dogs as long as you like hunting squirrels, stuff like that. In fact, there was this one, I think it was either a French king or an English king, I can't remember, but he loved Papillons and had them all over the place, had a crowd of them that would sleep on his bed at night. So, thumbs up for that. They're a good dog. And I went walkies last night. At first, I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do. It had been cold all day, and I had been cold all day, and I drank a lot of caffeine and was having trouble staying awake, and so I just didn't go far after making all of my videos. And then it was like 9 o'clock, 9:15 at night. I'm bored. Literally just bored to death. I don't want to play video games because at that point they didn't interest me. I didn't want to watch videos. I'd been watching videos not all day, because generally what happens these days is I wake up, come in here, I watch some videos, I start recording my vlog, I edit, and then I watch some videos until I upload that, and then I start to edit my other video, and then wait until it's done. So frequently, after I wake up until the next time I watch videos again, it's like 5 or 6 hours. It'll be 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I've got a ton of videos to watch after I record and edit my third daily video, which means it's frequently around 5 o'clock and I've watched like a half hour's worth of videos during the entire day, and I've got 1,001 of them. And so I've just been sitting and watching videos since like 4 o'clock until 9 o'clock. I was tired of just sitting, tired of just watching videos. Didn't want to play games, bored, too early to go to bed. I might as well go for a walk downtown. On my way, good English. On my way downtown, I just end up thinking, you know what? I'm not going to do this just as there. I'm going to walk to Walmart, aren't I? And by the time I got halfway through downtown, I had a big stupid grin on my face, and I was like, yeah, I'm walking to Walmart. So I was freezing, and it was cold, and I was charging. Well, of course it was freezing because it was cold. And of course it was cold because it was freezing. Good use of 2 words to describe the same thing. Good thing I can go back and edit that, huh? Oh wait, this isn't writing, this is video. I can still edit it, but I'm not a hypervlogger. But I powered and charged through that. I went quickly. I felt awesome. Another time when it's colder out, and that makes me feel good. I went charging. It was awesome. Big smile on my face. And it wasn't because it was cold. It was just exercising and walking out in the cold is, for me, energizing. I love heat, but heat is not a good thing for me. It slows me down. It makes me logy. It makes it so that I'm running at half speed mentally and physically. When I'm cold, it's like my mind turns into the, what's the word on that, superconductor, and everything just runs faster and my whole body just wants to go, yeah. And so that was nice. Walked all the way up to Walmart, and then it was after 10 o'clock when I got there. I searched through my pocket of change, and I had enough quarters to purchase a Diet Dr. Pepper. Not a massive amount of caffeine, but definitely a caffeinated beverage. Drank that. It took about a block and a half to drink that on my way back, and then just continued charging all the way back here. Got home, got everything tidied up, went to bed, and I fell asleep so fast. Caffeine, yeah, now that I'm actually charting what my mood is doing, just like when I was 22, except of course charting what my mood is doing is like just watching myself now when I drink caffeine and see how it affects me when I go to sleep. I drop off just like that. So yeah, today is Monday, so I'm leaving a note for my primary care provider at American Lake, which is, I don't know how I'm going to get to at all. I mean, my housemates are hopefully maintaining my vehicle, but it needs a timing belt, and apparently it's one of those engines where if things break before you fix it, then to fix the whole thing costs about as much as you could just go out and buy a new vehicle. So I got to get that fixed, and I don't have money as it is. The government's going to take money out of my SSI disability in January. So yay. I don't know. Still though, life is life. It's not the end of the world. As long as there's life, there's hope, and that's a good thing. Definitely a thumbs up. Yay. Past that, just thinking on all of my various fictional stuff, I've been working on for whatever reason, I want to get the pronunciation and spelling down perfectly for my cosmic horror things, which is weird because the names they have, of course, are not their actual names. They're just like with the Cthulhu mythos thing. It's what we hear and what we have given these names to is not their actual names. These are just the equivalents of what we can say. So it's like there's 18 syllables and 24 consonants, but our mouths and throats can only say the Cthulhu part. So it's roughly the same with my stuff, except I like the actual pronunciation, and I'm trying to keep everything so that it makes sense across all the names. And of course, I've got a very emotional story section built up with Little Godsey Ray going on. Maybe you've already heard that, I don't know. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to do that afterward. Right now I'm just thanking you for having left a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Excuse me. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and it is a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count an American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my fibro, my brain damage from my alcoholism, my cannabis use, even though that's only really short-term use and it doesn't affect me. I know it affects others. Well, I mean, it probably affects me. I am the forest and the trees, but I don't feel a different effect. Since I toke up before I do any recording at any time, thumbs up for that. Anyway, let's call it my Chrome and get this done. We have Adriana Molteni. I sure hope I'm close, but I bet I'm not. Thank you very, very much. X Hearts, thank you very, very much. We have Alex MKMJ, Broken 64. Thumbs up and thank you. Kathy Kitscat, greatly appreciated. The Orc Lord, greatly appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. Confused Owl 29, good to see you in the comments. LXTNCY, not quite sure how to pronounce that, so spelled it out. Thank you very much. Daddy Bo, thumbs up. Colin Reisenauer, greatly appreciated. We have Nathan Bearden, not sure. I pronounce it Beard on because it's the internet and it was Beard and on, but Bearden? And then we have Bailey Snyder, greatly appreciated. Paladin Walliam, thumbs up and thank you. Camilo the Great, greatly appreciated. Mikey Adace, not quite sure, but thank you. Lazy Mode, greatly appreciated. Evade FN, thumbs up. Nora ELD, greatly appreciated. SCXRZ, thumbs up and thank you. Jojo Ledesma, I bet I'm not anywhere close, but thank you very, very much. Russian Timing, greatly appreciated. Libby Thompson, thumbs up and thank you. FWS Predator, greatly appreciated. KSS, or something like that, very close. Ryan Davies, thumbs up and thank you. And last but not least, Kieran Metallica fan, greatly appreciated each and every one of you. And it's good to see you back in the comments. There's the thumbs up. Greatly appreciated each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and then there's a definite thumbs up. If you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you'd like to support me but did not want to send money to either of those two places, I have a PayPal link down below. That would be very cool if you could contribute. And if you wanted to support me but didn't want to send money, I also have an Amazon wish list with things like cat food, hamster food, me food, silly things, non-silly things. If you could check that out, that would be very awesome. Now, do not feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell, that would be very cool. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Thumbs up for that. 3D thumbs up. Well, I have this video that you've been watching, hopefully. I have another video I have to edit and render, another one to record, edit, and render, though if I only have 2, that is A-okay, though I've been feeling that maybe there's going to be even more, so we'll see what happens. So you take care. Let's get my hand in frame. You take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend. And you know before I do whether or not there has been an intro. How many of you will watch to the end? 1 in 200? Have a great day.